like. We're at 7:44 at KNEB and 20 degrees with very light winds. Isn't that nice? Our update on News Extra next, brought to you by Jolliffe Funeral Home, and here's Kevin Mooney.
Thank you, Dennis, and good morning, everyone. Our topic today is one of my favorite ones, Girl Scout cookies. And if anybody, I know everybody's familiar with Girl Scout cookies. We have Chelsea Mannel. Did I pronounce it right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Chelsea Mannel and Dulcey Mannel, her mom, here to talk about Girl Scout cookies and a change in the way things are done. And Chelsea, direct sale Girl Scout cookies. So
Yes.
what does that mean?
That means this year, girls, when they come to your house, they'll have the cookies with them, so you won't have to order and wait for your cookies.
That's pretty neat. So if I order Thin Mints, which I can eat a whole box in one day, I can just get them right there, right?
Yep.
All right. So how are we going to do this? Are they going to be in a car? Are you going to carry them in a bag? How does that work?
Well, it all depends on what the girl wants to do, but they'll probably have them with them in a bag or in their car.
All right. Now, why was this change made?
It'll make it a lot easier on the girls because they won't have to go door to door and take the order and then go back and deliver them and try to see if the people are home or not.
Yeah. So, but there are some troops that'll probably do it the old-fashioned way, the way I understand it, right?
Yeah, there are some troops that might take orders for a week and then during the weekend deliver the cookies to your house so that they won't have to be responsible for all those cookies.
Yeah. There'll probably be some people will be in a car, I suppose, and have the little ones go up and sell the cookies and then come back and get them in the car and that kind of thing, right? All right. Now, Chelsea, you're a freshman and at Gering, and so is it more difficult for older kids to sell Girl Scout cookies than the young ones?
Yeah, it's
a
really
cute factor, right?
Yeah, we're not quite as cute as the kindergartners.
Yeah. And so it's easier to say no to you guys. And maybe they don't realize that Girl Scouts, I mean, you can be in Girl Scouts, what, all the way through high school? Is that right?
Yeah, you can go up to a senior.
All right. So how many girls do you have in your troop?
In my troop, I think there's 9 of us, so there's quite a few. That's, for an older girl troop, that's quite a large troop.
Yeah. And the benefits of being in an older Girl Scout troop are what?
You get to take more adventures and go farther distances away from your home, so it's more exciting.
Yeah. And you guys have a trip planned this summer that's pretty special, huh?
Yeah, this summer we're going to go up to Minnesota and stay at a Girl Scout camp up there, and then we're going to visit Mall of America, tour museums, and help with Habitats for Humanity.
Wow, that's great. And that'll be for about a week, huh?
Yeah.
So that's kind of nice. And where do you usually go when you're not going up to Minnesota?
We take a trip every year to Nebraska City for a group we're in, and so we go to a camp up there, and we get to do a bunch of like outdoor stuff like zip lining and rock wall climbing and stuff. So that's fun.
Yeah. When you sell the Girl Scout cookies, people want to know maybe how much goes to the Girl Scouts and how much goes to what's called Spirit of Nebraska. Why don't you tell us about
All of
that?
our troops, we get 50 cents a box, and then the rest of it goes to Spirit of Nebraska, but all the money stays in Nebraska.
Yeah. Spirit of Nebraska is what?
It's like all of the councils put together.
Okay, so that's those are the people that kind of organize things and do things across the state for Girl Scouts.
Yeah.
And your sale is going to start, goes for well over a month. Starts when and goes to when? It
starts January 13th through February 26th.
So it's coming up here in the next month or so, January 13th through February 26th. Now, does everybody have a specific neighborhood they go to, or you can just go anywhere you want?
You can just go anywhere. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you're in Gering, you can go to Scotts Bluff. If you're in Scotts Bluff, you can go to Gering. Are all the girls in your troop from Gering, or?
No, some of them are from Gering, some of them are from Scotts Bluff.
All right, so It's one area where Gearing and Scottsbluff cooperate, huh?
Yeah.
Wow, amazing. All right. Okay, we'll talk to Chelsea's mom a little bit right after this.
Comforting, personal, Jolliffe Funeral Home. Let Jolliffe Funeral Home help you honor those you love when they've passed. With unmatched service and artistry, our team will help you carry on the legacy of your family members and friends. With over 100 years of experience, we offer professional and personal attention to every detail in the planning process. We also offer advanced planning as a continuation to our services. That's Jolliffe Funeral Home. Our family serving your family for 3 generations.
Back on News Extra today, we have Chelsea Mannel and her mom Dulcey here to talk about direct sale Girl Scout cookies. This year, the Girl Scouts, when they come to your door, will have the cookies with them. And so when you order them, you'll get your cookies at the same time rather than having to wait a week or two to pre-order the cookies. So it's kind of different. And the Girl Scout cookies go on sale January 13th through February 26th. Now, Dulcey, best-selling Girl Scout cookies.
The best-selling cookie is the Thin Mint.
That's right. Guys, I don't know what it is. It's probably a guy thing. I know Brian Feather can eat like 2 boxes of them in one sitting, and I can eat probably 1 box in a whole day. But those are the best. So what's second?
Then the Caramel Delights, and then the Peanut Butter Patties. Those are our 3 best.
All right, shortbread gets the short end of the stick. Huh?
Yes, they do.
All right, 9%. So those are the most favorite cookies. Now, where do the cookies come from? And apparently, Chelsea, you went to this place in South Dakota, right? It's in Sioux City.
Yeah.
It's the ABC International Bakers in South Dakota, Sioux City, South Dakota. And they have started, actually put an expiration date on the boxes. They haven't had that before, so this year they started that.
All right, so if you don't eat them by a certain time, you just throw them away?
Well, they get a little stale.
Probably takes a while to do that, right?
About a year, yeah.
I would think people would have eaten those cookies by then. All right. So this whole thing started back in 1917, and now these Girl Scout cookies raise a lot of money. How many boxes do most Girl Scouts sell when they do this in a month's time or a little over a month's time?
Well, on average, girls sell about 100 boxes. So when you have a troop of 12 girls, you might have one that sells 500 boxes and some that sell like 15 to 25 boxes. But when you average it out, it's about 100 boxes per girl.
All right. So Chelsea, as a freshman, how many do you usually sell? How many did you sell last year?
Last year, I think I sold about 200.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. So 200 boxes of cookies. And once again, 50 cents from every box of cookies goes to the local troop. And they were able to fund this trip to Minnesota, am I right?
Yes, they've saved this will be their 3rd year of saving their cookie money to get to go to Minnesota. So
yeah, and where do they normally go if they're not going to Minnesota?
We have trips, local trips. We say local. Denver is one of them. That's an annual trip that we do. They go to Denver for a weekend, and then there's other activities locally, like at the YMCA. We have a program person that plans all of that. So.
All right, 2 more things we got to talk about real quick, and that is that the cookies are good for you. Actually, believe it or not, they're good for you, and the recyclable part. So.
Right. There is 0 trans fat in all of the cookies, and then the packages are recyclable, and the thanks-a-lots come in a sleeve rather than a box, so that reduces the paper waste by 150 tons.
All right. So once again, the sale of cookies, sale of Girl Scout cookies, direct sale Girl Scout cookies this year, January 13th through February 26th. Be looking for the Girl Scouts in your area to knock on your door and to help them out. Buy some Girl Scout cookies. They're really good, and help out the local Girl Scouts as well. All right. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks.
All right. Back to you, Dan.